Well, hi again. This is Brian Knight, CEO and founder of Pragmatic Works, and today I'm here with my other co-founder, Tim Mulick. And we're here, also our company mascot, Mac, is here as well,
Yeah.
to discuss really about how do you grow from a small business to a medium business. And we have been doing this for the past few years, going from that small to medium business. It's been a really, really fun ride, but we've also found had some nice battle scars that we'll share with
Absolutely.
people.
It's not as easy as you growing your waistline from small to medium. Let's go to the whiteboard.
Let's go to the whiteboard. Sounds good.
One.
So Tim, one of the things that we've experienced recently it's really been difficult for us is going from a small company to a medium company, and that's been most of it we've been have experienced growing small companies, but now for the past year or so, 2 years, we've really been more of a medium-sized company. That's been
right,
a really
yeah.
fun experience.
It has been fun, yeah. Growing with the people and having the challenges that come along with where to make the investments is
Right.
sort of a new experience for us, yeah.
So what are some of the things that we've learned about that?
Well, I think the number one thing that you and I have learned is you got to go of your baby. And what I mean by that is, of course, when you start a business, you tend to wear a lot of hats.
Right.
And when those hats, play out and they're very successful, right? Whether it's technology innovation
Cleaning toilets,
or some sort of marketing idea, or cleaning toilets. Yeah, I let go of that one real easy, but I can remember doing it. But anyway, yeah, you want to let go. You want to be able to say, okay, it's at the point where this task that I'm doing in the business, whatever it might be, has gotten to the point where we need to hire somebody to do it well, to do it better, to do it more efficiently. Do it more efficiently.
So we had an example of that. Was actually the person behind the side of this camera here right now is our marketing person.
Yeah, I mean,
you and I were kind of sharing a marketing role, mostly you in logistics, and it was eating up a good portion of our time.
Yeah, well, it's funny. I can remember the meeting that we had a couple of years ago now, and in fact, we hired Rachel that afternoon because we outlined all of the marketing events that we had going on in the year, and there were well over 120 or so marketing events. Now, at the same time, I was selling software and tools and training, and tools, training, and services, and so on and so forth. So I had gotten to the point where there's no way that we could have scaled this and done this to the point where it brought the business to where it is today. So we had to let that baby go.
And a lot of times it means...
And Rachel's a good mother.
It is. And a lot of times it means lowering your commissions, perhaps, or lowering your salary a little bit, taking that gamble that person is going to bring in more business that will eventually raise your salary back up again.
Excellent point, because that's always the challenge with anybody, especially in sales, that they're always thinking, boy, can I get more with somebody else? Salespeople tend to think, I'm the best sales guy in the world. Every single person thinks that, and they need to. But then they also look at the check and say, I don't think I'll make more if I have two people at half the commission. When in fact, if you have a good product and a good marketing machine, you will make more.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So our next piece is really about innovation. Tell us about what you mean, recognize passion and embrace it.
Yeah, so this kind of goes back to a book I read by Sam Wiley, which I think was brilliant. And it basically talked about how some of the best ideas that are going to come into your business are not going to come from the original partners. The original partners have... may or not be close enough to the actual delivery of your product and service any longer. And the passion will come from your employees who deliver the products and services that you do. So you have to open your mind as a partner and say, hey, you know what? Let's listen to our employees and embrace their ideas.
And the brilliant thing about us, I think, our company, is that we have consultants who are constantly generating neat ideas that our software can then use as well.
Yeah, we are definitely unique, and we definitely have an opportunity unlike a lot of software companies our size. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And we tend to have, because we have tools, software, and training and services, we get a lot of ideas on all those business lines.
Right. All right, well, this is great.
Yeah.
But when you bring that new person in who has that passion and innovation, that great idea when they come to your office, and you say, go do it.
That's right.
The biggest thing also is to trust them, but also to go and audit them occasionally also.
That's right. You don't want to micromanage. You can really mess things up as a partner if you micromanage somebody on a daily basis, and you don't allow them to innovate and use their ideas. You have to trust and like the fact that they love your company, they're passionate about it, and they want to go on their project and they want to make it real. You let them do that. Let them run free, but just make sure you have checks along the way to keep them on course, keep them on the rails.
Right.
Yeah, and it's not getting too costly.
Well, brilliant. But the biggest mistake that I get tempted to personally, get drawn into, is I love ideas. And I have lots of ideas.
You do have.
I can't stop it. It's an addiction of mine. But for me, the hardest thing for me going to a medium company a few years ago was really to resist the temptation to go broad. To say, all right, we've now conquered the BI market. We thought, right?
Yeah.
let's go into SharePoint or something else, perhaps.
Right. Yeah. It's a great. We have a great opportunity here, especially when you go from small to medium, where one, you've got some profits, you have some money, you have done very well on the beach that you're focused on. In our case, it's the SQL Server platform, right?
Right.
And so you might think, geez, well, we're doing so well. Let's
go into networking.
Let's go into networking, right? Very good example. And now you're going to go. The train will come off the tracks. And the reality is, recognize the size of your beach. How big is that market entirely?
Right.
And until you're somewhere along the way where you know that you've actually capitalized on that market in an effective way, let's say 50% of the overall account base, and secondly, that you feel, honestly, that your tools, training, and services, in our case, cannot be innovated in a way that bring more value to the customer,
right.
which we know from our employees.
We're not even close.
We're not even close. We're
right.
We're at the tip of the iceberg.
I think we're really innovative, but there's always more to happen. And,
right.
And the biggest challenge I've made this mistake over and over again. I think I finally have.
I hope so. We reel you in every year.
Yeah, that's a good amount of great partners.
Yeah.
The last thing that we'll constantly have sirens singing these beautiful songs say, resell my product,
right?
And you'll get 30% commission, on it.
Yeah.
Resell my product, and you'll get 40%. And this seems like a great idea for funding yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is a mistake even for small companies.
Right.
Is really selling your IP only, right? And
right.
What do you advise people to do here?
Yeah, I think, look, don't lose faith in your own products. And when you start to resell other people's products, if in fact your business and your goal in your business is to grow the value of your business based around your own intellectual property, there are businesses out there where you're a reseller and so on. So we're not talking about them specifically. But if we're talking about software, training, and service businesses, which we are.
Right, our product or whatever.
And we oftentimes get approached, because we've been successful over the last 5 years, we get approached by people who want to come into our beach, and they feel it's an easy way to get onto the beach and to run with us and to go sell their products, their tools, their training, or their services. We basically say no to that, and I would basically advise anybody out there that you want to say no to it too.
Well, yeah, because you imagine the Jacksonville Jaguars, for example,
right,
who are having a hard time right now. Imagine them starting to sell Manchester United soccer shirts in their stadium.
Right.
It's going to confuse a customer.
Right.
They're like, well, why is this here?
Right.
But it's also adding value to the Manchester United brand also, which makes no sense at all.
And you're not building your own brand, right? So you got to have faith in your IP, sell your IP only. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, Tim, thank you so much for joining us today.
You're welcome, Brian. I hope this is helpful.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.